Hello everybody, welcome in, welcome back, welcome to my channel. I am Lisa and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today is June 27th. As I'm recording this is the July energies for the sign of Sagittarius. And as many of you know, I watch Jamie Butler, the Everyday Medium. I watch her monthly energy updates. She just posted the July energies a couple days ago. So I'm going to give you some notes and then I'm going to put the link to her video in the description box. So if you want to watch the whole thing, I think it's somewhere around 45 minutes long. So I'm going to just go over some highlights of what she said for July. Now, Saggies, please remember that this is a collective, not a general reading. It's not a one-to-one. If you'd like a one-to-one with me, I would be more than happy and excited and pleased to do that for you. Just send me an email. My information is there in the description box as well. Take what resonates, leave the rest. So far, it's been really, really positive. So let's hope yours is as well. Let me see. Please do give it a like, a thumbs up, a share, help it go around YouTube. When you like a video, it helps my channel. You don't have to love everything in the video to like the video. When you hit the thumbs up, you're supporting my channel and me. So I appreciate that. Okay, let's get right into what Jamie had to say. She channels an entity or a soul or a spirit called Maitland. And so Maitland calls July the bridge month, straddling the 3D, 5D. Community and connection and communication are very important in the month of July. Connect with your neighbors, share veggies you've grown, help them fix something, talk about what you have in common, but connect, connect, connect. So the throat and heart chakras are going to be highlighted in the month of July. And for your throat chakra, the stone blue lace agate is best for that. For the heart chakra, pink quartz. She did mention other stones in there, but the throat and heart were the major ones that she talked about. You can listen to 741 hertz as detox for the month of July. You can listen to 528 hertz for the heart chakra and supporting that. And I have done that before when she's recommended them. It's a little weird because it sounds, I don't know, but whatever. If you want to do it, that's fine. I've done it a couple times. I don't do it every time, but to each his own. The animal she chose for the month of July is the mountain goat, and I have some goat cards that I'm going to share with you when I get done reading this. If you like to put scents in your diffuser, she recommends 3 clary sage, 4 lavender, 5 marjoram, and 1 cypress for that. All right. So she didn't give a whole lot of dates this time. It's usually much, much more than this, but I'm going to go ahead and read specific dates and what she said the energies were. So July 3rd is going to be a good date to journal, to do your art, your music, poetry, whatever it is that you do. July 3rd is a really good day for that. And I want to also say that she talks about this month being introspective, self-healing, time for self, okay? So July 3rd is a good time to do that. And a lot of times on July 3rd, people are preparing for company and visitors on July 4th. So the 4th is relationship day, focusing on relationships. That makes perfect sense because on the 4th, we're often around friends and family. And coworkers if we do some sort of work activity. The 6th is the best day for spirit communication, best day to meditate, best day to feel into your gut instincts, best day to connect with your guides, okay? The 10th is the full moon in Capricorn. This is going to shine a spotlight on your career, whatever it is that you're doing on the 10th. If you want something about your career to change, that is the day that you would want to focus on that. The 13th is self-love day. I think she even calls it's a selfish day. So July 13th is the day that you want to practice self-love, give yourself love. I want to see what day of the week that is. It's actually a Sunday, so perfect. So July 13th is a day just to focus on yourself. Do some introspective meditation or think about where are you in life? Where are you in your job? Where are you in your relationships? How do you want that to look? Do some retrospection. Look back at the past year. What were you doing from last July to this July, right? Give yourself some love. Give yourself some time to think, meditate, focus, or just simply sit there and gaze at a candle or look out your window, look at a bouquet of flowers, but give yourself some time for that. And I think somewhere she had said that she would like people to meditate. That's on the 23rd, sorry. So we skip from the 13th to the 23rd. This day she calls Let Your Woo Woo Shine. So if you do things like this, Reiki, meditation, I don't know, yoga, any of that stuff, and you don't necessarily talk about it, the 23rd of July is the day that you can let the cat out of the bag, so to speak. Be yourself, be creative. Take some time alone. Oh, that was for the 24th, excuse me. Just be who you are. Be authentically you on July 23rd, whenever that is. And then on the 24th, I will look it up. Hold on. I haven't changed my calendar over. So the 23rd is a Wednesday. The 24th is a Thursday. The 24th is the new moon in Cancer. It's the soft, quiet, calm, time alone day. And this is the day that she begs you. She says, I don't often ask you and plead with you to do something, but on the 24th, please take 7 to 11 minutes at least for yourself. Just be quiet, meditate, whatever it is, draw, give yourself some time to just be alone. She definitely specifies that. So on the 24th, new moon in Cancer, soft, quiet, calm feeling, okay? Whereas on the 10th, the full moon is going to spotlight your career, and you may have some actions that you want to do then. The 24th is just being quiet. Okay, so that was what she had to say about July. So I pulled out the goat cards from my 2 animal decks. I don't have specifically a mountain goat, but she said she talked about how mountain goats can often balance on a rock on one hoof and not fall. And yeah, they're very adept. So the goat card is a 28, which is a 10 when you add those 2 numbers together. And 10s are completing a cycle and beginning a whole new cycle, because 10 then reduces to 1. Be resilient and adaptable to challenges. So, Saggies, if you have some challenge that's happening in July, be adaptable, right? Don't be stubborn. Okay. And then in my other deck, I have the ram, which shows these rams on, the side of a mountain. So I thought this was appropriate. Perseverance. You have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will follow. Okay? So that's another fantastic card. So I'm going to try to make it stand up. So go. Adaptable, resilient, ram, perseverance. All right, so in July, we're going to keep those things in mind. Okay, Saggies? Now, funny thing, when I was looking at the decks to use and talking about the oracle cards, my guide said, no oracle cards right now, just go straight into the tarot. Okay, we're going to use the Journey to Oz and Wonderland deck for your July energy update. I think it's really strange. I always get oracle cards first, but I don't know. I follow what they tell me to do, what they ask me to do, what I feel they want me to do. I'm here just to get messages across for them. These aren't from me, Lisa. These are from guides, spirits. I did use the King Arthur spray this morning before I started all this, so there's a little medieval energy coming along with this, a little knight energy, round table energy, sword energy, communication. Yeah, the throat chakra. Thank you, Spirit. So, all right. Whoops. What is that? Oh, the sun. You're starting your reading with the sun. Oh my gosh, these are just flip. Okay, the sun, the 5 of Cups. What is it? Strength, the Leo card, Sun and Leo. Wow. So you guys must have a prominent Leo. Now, I will tell you that I am a Sagittarius and Leo is my rising sign, but I'm also married to a Leo. So this definitely resonates with me. I'll be listening back to it because when I'm in channeling mode, I definitely do not remember what I say in these readings. It's so funny when I listen back to my readings, which I often do because I like to be prepared when people comment and I can't remember, what I've said. I will just be like, I don't remember saying that. I can't believe I said that. Well, so this is just the way it goes. All right. Okay. 5 of Cups. Don't cry over spilled milk, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, Spirit. Judgment. All right, let me give these another little shuffle. Make sure I'm getting the right cards. Because about 4 cards flip, but they were face down and the Judgment was face up, so I took that one. Okay, Spirit. I feel a lot of energy. I feel just really a lot of energy here. So, Saggies, I wonder what is in store. What is in store for us with this beautiful... Sometimes I get mesmerized by these Oz and Wonderland cards. They're so absolutely beautiful. I don't know if we'll need to use the book or not. Sometimes I pull it out. Because the cards just have a little bit of a different meaning sometimes than... And there's also some bonus cards in here that aren't in the regular tarot. So sometimes I do have to get the book. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting my channel with likes and comments and views and shares. I appreciate you more than you will know. I absolutely love doing this, and eventually I would like to be doing this and this only full-time. Well, this and my past life regression stuff is what I would like to do full-time. I would really like to get out of the workforce and be doing this. This is what gives me joy. This is where I feel my best. I can tell you, when I do a reading before work and I'm driving to work, it's hard. It's really hard. It's like, oh man, I just wish I could stay home all day and do this. All right, I'm talking so much that deck is kind of gone a little quiet. All right, let's see. Spilling out my feelings and heart to you. Okay, you want to start with those 6? Okay. All right. Let's get them in the order in which they came out, and let's see what we have. I love this card. This is the sun, and it shows beautiful flowers, the garden of lively flowers, and they're all smiling and happy. Just look at the joy that you see on that card, right? This is card number 19, which is a 10, because when you add 1 and 9, it's a 10. We had 10 already with the goat card. Now we have 10 again with the sun. Now, the sun it can be Leo. The sun is the ruling planet of Leo. It's not the Leo card in the tarot, but it does always kind of give a little hint to Leo because it's the sun, right? But the key with the sun is your contentment and happiness with how things are, even if they aren't exactly how you want, right? That's the key. But the sun is happy, happy, joy, joy, joy. I'm thinking about Esther Hicks now because I think her song in the beginning is something about happy, joy, joy, joy or something at the beginning of her seminars. But the sun is definitely a beautiful, positive, happy, good feeling card to start off our reading. And then we have the 5 of Cups. 5s are change, right? And this is the mock turtle. This has to be from Alice in Wonderland. Well, it doesn't have to be, but I think it is. So it's like a turtle with a donkey's head. And he's focusing on these spilled cups in this bog when there's this beautiful turtle shell tree. It looks almost like lilacs. Underneath it is a full cup, and leading to it is a full cup. He needs to change his perspective, look around and say, oh, I have a full cup here. Look, I have shelter here and another full cup. So cups are emotion, right? And you don't want to get stuck in the emotion of what you wish you had. I love how that comes after the sun because, as I said, the sun is somewhat about being content with what you have, and even if it's not exactly how you wanted it. Like the situation is good enough for you, right? It's not perfect, maybe. And the 5 of Cups alludes to that, right? And then you have strength. This is definitely Leo. Look at that beautiful card. The Cowardly Lion. I hate that they call him that. But isn't that beautiful? Big heart there. strength. This is inner strength. This is knowing when to talk and knowing when to be quiet, right? This can represent Leo. This is the number 8, mastery and infinity. Mastering your emotions, right? Mastering your emotions, knowing when to say something and when to hold back, right, is very important. And then you have judgment. So this judgment is a call to action, right? This is when you're being asked to do something or called to do something, or maybe you feel the calling yourself. But how are you going to react to that? Are you going to do it? Are you going to answer the call? Are you going to say yes? What are you going to do? This also can be judging ourselves, Saggies, okay? So we don't want to be judgmental to ourselves, on ourselves, about what we've done or what we've said. There's no point in that, right? None whatsoever. So you want to be judgment-free of yourself, but you want to decide if you're going to answer the call. Did somebody ask you to do something for them, with them? Did somebody ask you to do an event? What are you being called to do? Is Spirit calling you to do a channel like this? Is Spirit calling you to get certified in Reiki? What are you being called to? What is the action you're being called to do? I forgot the number of judgment is a 20, which is a 2, which is choice, right? In this case, it's choice. What follows that? Spirit is never wrong. They wanted me to see that number because I don't remember all the numbers, because the 2 of Cups is next. Definitely a choice. Saggies, you are going to have a choice coming up, right? What is the choice you're going to make? And you see he's got 1 good cup and 1 leaky cup. Well, he has a leaky cup. He has a good cup, right? Tweedledee and Tweedledum. So definite choice in July. Definite choice in July. Cups are emotion, right? So you started off with the emotion of the Sun card, the emotion of the 5 of Cups with not looking at what you don't have, the emotion of the strength and your inner strength, holding back when you need to, speaking when it's right. Then you have the emotion of that judgment. What are you being called to do? Will you answer that call? How will you answer that call? I'm trying to make it so you can see him. And then the last card is the 4 of Swords. I love the depiction of the 4 of Swords on this card. He, up above his head is all of this stuff. It's like a cuckoo clock and a harp and some flowers and things that I can't even make out. It's all kinds of things up there. And he has his 4 swords leaning against the tree. The swords are red, gold, white, and black. So there's 4 different swords. He's thinking and meditating about something. It's also significant that he has roses tattooed on his chest. There are roses here on the side, right? Roses are indicative of love. They represent love, right? Red roses, I should say. I think red roses are love. White roses, yellow roses are friendship, and white roses are truce or I'm sorry. That's at least the way I've always known it. So, yeah, the 4 of Swords, swords being communication, this is telling you that you need to stop before you answer, which I love that it's right after the judgment. Well, it's a couple cards over, but judgment, choice, and think about it first, Saggies. Think about it first is what they're saying. Think about it first. Before you answer, think about whether or not you really want to do this. So in July, you will be asked to do something, go somewhere. I don't know. There's going to be something that you're going to have a choice about. I mean, it could even be buying a house, changing jobs, something you have to make a choice about. And they are telling you in no uncertain terms that you need to take your 4 of Swords moment and think before you answer. And we also were saying the Spirit was giving me that same message with the Strength card, right? About knowing when to say something and when not to. Wow. And I don't know if I've ever had that kind of a message with the Strength card. So we already know, Saggies, that there is definitely something that you're going to have to think very carefully about before you do it. Think very carefully about it before you do it. I'm going to see if there are any other messages because there's no oracles here. They just wanted me to use this deck. Never, ever have they ever said that to me before. I've never had that happen. So let's see. Anything else, Spirit, you want to bring out from this deck? Anything else? Anything else? Okay, definitely something to do with communication. Oh boy. Wow, the High Priestess, communicating with your own self. Okay, they said that's it. All right. So they gave you 3 more cards, which of course I'm going to love because that's 9 cards. That's Tesla 369, right? So, and I love Tesla energies. I love all that. All right, so the first one is the Four of Pentacles. So you have another 4. So you have the 4 of Swords, and then you have the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is what do I keep and what do I give? This goes right along with that being called to do something and making a choice and thinking about it before you answer, right? How much energy, time, effort, money are you going to give, and how much are you going to keep for yourself? Pentacles are typically to do with your money or how you earn your living, but the energy, it can also be your energy, right? Money is energy after all. So this is about what you keep and what you give. All right, I don't want to get these mixed up. Okay, that goes there. Oh my gosh. Okay, come on. Stay up there. Goat. Oh my goodness. All right, the goat doesn't want to stay there. There we go. Okay, so this part, and then we have the 4 of Pentacles, and then we have the King of Swords. King of Swords, that's Aquarius energy, that's intelligence, that is bravery. I don't know why they're saying that, but I've never said that before, I don't think, about the King of Swords. But intelligence, bravery, words, communication. A lot of times this can be a lawyer, an accountant, somebody that works with numbers and words. It could be a writer, you know, somebody like that. King of Swords energy is cutting to the chase. It's being truthful and honest with yourself and others, right? And it's kind of like when you hear somebody that isn't telling the truth, it's like the King of Swords can take his sword and be like, nope, that's not true. That's not right. This is what Spirit is giving me right now. There's going to be something coming in July, Saggies, where you're going to have to use your discernment, which is, I think, why that 4 of Swords and that 4 of Pentacles is there. Because you're going to have to really use some discernment in July. Somebody is going to come in. You're going to be really happy in the sunshine, you know, having all this Leo energy and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, you're going to be asked to do something, told to do something, asked to participate in something. I don't know exactly what it is. You're going to have a choice to make, and you're going to have to contemplate it, discern about it, and you're going to have to feel into whether it is true or what is the truth for you in the situation, whether or not you want to do it. Be honest with yourself. Coming in is the High Priestess, okay? The High Priestess can also be a choice card. Often she's between 2 pillars. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at this. The White Queen. She's looking at a chessboard below. In this card, her choice is what's her next move. What's her next move, right? The High Priestess is, it's connecting into your spiritual side, your spiritual self. Wow, Saggies, I just really, really feel so strongly that something is coming in July, and you're going to have to really tap into your intuition. You're going to really have to tap into your intuition to discern whether or not you're going to do it. All right, so yeah, wowzers. Okay, we didn't need oracle cards for this reading, did we? No, we didn't. All right, what do my Saggies need from the Animal Oracle deck? I can't remember the name of it. Sorry, it's a new one that I got recently because I had a bigger one, and it just, well, I traded my small deck for a bigger deck. With somebody, and I didn't realize that I can't really shuffle it. It's really, really too big for my hand, which is the one that this came from. I can't shuffle it. I love it, and I love the wording on it, but 22, Peacock. Revel with pride and beauty. Revel? Okay, I'll look at that in a minute. So Peacock is 22. That's a master number. 6 is Panther. Be bold and determined in your goals. I love it. I love peacocks. I have peacock feathers in my bedroom that came from the farm where, the horse rescue farm where I worked, where I met my husband, where he also worked. It was like a part-time gig for us, but we met there. So I have peacock feathers that are tied together with a piece of horse tail from one of the horses there, Wellington. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but anyway, just, I don't know why I'm telling you that. Okay, I guess no more. All right, so 22, master number, revel with pride and beauty. So usually when you're reveling in something, you're loving it, you're drinking it in, you're taking it in, it's just, look at that card, it's so gorgeous, right? So you're going to revel in pride and beauty this month. Maybe you're going to be proud of someone, because typically we don't revel in our own pride and become prideful, right? Typically you're looking at, I don't know, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, girlfriend, kids, parents, something like that, grandkids, whatever it may be, and you're reveling with pride and beauty, right? And then you have Panther. Be bold and determined in your goals. This is 6. 6s are harmony. Another beautiful, I mean, every card in the deck is gorgeous. Come on, focus. My camera has been giving me fits for the last few days. It just will not. Come on. Technology, right? Technology when you're channeling is specifically difficult. Panther. Be bold and determined in your goals. Yeah. What is your goal, Saggies? Your goal is to be true to yourself, be authentic, be who you are, right? And that's part of the message of July that Maitland brought through. So Sun, happy, content, even though things may not be perfect. 5 of Cups, you're focusing on the wrong thing. Thank you, Spirit. Focus on what you have and what you can do, okay? Leo, strength. Inner strength, knowing when to talk and when not to. Judgment, what are you being called to do? What's your choice? Think about it, right? The 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords. Think about it before you answer, okay? And then King of Swords, being able to cut through dishonesty they're giving me. And the High Priestess is the same, actually. Your inner knowing, what's going on there. Man, I'm going to have to come back and listen to this sometime in July. And then you have the beautiful Peacock and Panther. Beautiful, beautiful reading, Saggies. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all and appreciate you all. Please do give the video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel, helps the video to be seen by others. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.